Now, Golovkin fans are literally the biggest pieces of shit I've ever seen in boxing. In the 22 years I have watched boxing, I have never seen such a shitbag type of fan. Golovkin fans, they're racist, they're UFC watching fans, they make everything they go at people's families, they don't know the sport, they talk tough. You know what Golovkin fans remind me of? Well, in the Ferguson shooting, the people protesting are the people who are against, shooting kids. And they're out in the streets dodging bullets, staring down APC military vehicles. But then you got the people hiding, who are scared to go out there. You only see one or two police protesters out there. But then you have a fund on GoFundMe.com, and the officer is getting more money than the memorial fund for the slain kid. That is, to me, what a Golovkin fan is. There's somebody who, they're not going to be out there in the streets doing their shit. They're going to be behind a computer talking crazy. And I knew Golovkin fans were pieces of shit. I've known this for a while. They make Pactars look like decent human beings. You Golovkin fans are that big pieces of shit. But they've sunk to a new low this week. Whenever you have, a hype job like Gennady Golovkin, you're gonna get his fans, bad mouthing other people. And in the case of Andre Ward, they're terrified Ward's gonna take their hero zero. But they sunk to a new low with the Quillin situation. Basically, Peter Quillin had his first kid this week, a son, and he hasn't signed his contract to fight Matt Korobov yet. And the reaction it's been a new level of despicable. Like, I get it. You like Golovkin. He's too pussy to take actual hard fights, so you have to knock down other boxers. But Quillin's with his fucking kid. You know what? You didn't see when Golovkin's dad passed away. You didn't see Quillin fans saying, "Oh, why is that pussy, more than his dad?" Because you know why? Because Quillin fans, the people who don't like Golovkin, they're decent human beings. People who like Golovkin are not decent human beings. They're just horrible pieces of shit, And if Quillin gives up his belt rather than fight Korobov, that is a pussy move. But that's not going to happen. I don't believe that will happen. I believe Quillin will sign a contract. He's just trying to spend some time with his son. I just think you Golovkin fans, you're just such worthless pieces of shit. I genuinely can't wait until this hype job protected HBO princess loses so you can fucking go away. You can go back to, watching your soccer games, throwing bananas at black players.